Hello, I'm Saga from Body and Soul. We're going to be sharing some exercise and yoga videos on here to energize our bodies, calm down our bodies, de-stress, whatever we need to do. And tonight I'm going to do a wind down evening yoga to relax ourselves, de-stress anything from the day, and hopefully have a good night's sleep. So grab a mat. If you don't have a mat, just grab a nice space. We've got some space to move. We won't be doing too much moving tonight. And maybe turn some music on if you want, light some candles, and let's begin. So start with our legs crossed and place our hands gently on our knees. And if we feel comfortable, close the eyes. And we're going to start with finding that breath. I'm going to inhale with me on 3. And hold it and release. Breathing in all the way. Filling those lungs. Holding it and release. And once again, all the way in. Holding it and release. Go ahead and place one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. And we're going to really feel those lungs and that stomach fill with air. Breathing in all that you can. And exhaling. Breathing in. And exhaling. One more time, all the way in. And exhaling. And drop those hands to your knees. And we'll go ahead with some neck rolls, leaning your right ear down to your right shoulder. Tilting that head down, looking at the ground. Over to the left-hand side. Nice big circles. And going the other way around. Right, back, left, and down. And coming back to center. And go ahead and interlock those fingers, pressing them out in front of you, curving that spine back. Just moving so you guys can see. Curving that spine back and reaching up towards the sky. And dropping those hands down. One more time, locking those hands together. Pressing that spine back, reaching up nice and tall towards the sky, and dropping your hands down. And go ahead and bring those arms up, all the way up to the sky, reaching up and over to the right hand side. If you want to grab your right hand to your left wrist with an extra little pull, go for it. And coming back to center, reaching up and over to the left hand side. Once again, if you want that extra little pull, right hand pulls that left hand. Arm stays nice and close right on top of the ear. Come back to center and drop down. And we're going to stretch those legs out in front of us. And as much as you can, try to keep that back straight without curving like that. Tilting at your hips, it's like your belly button's pulling you forward, and just leaning forward until you feel a nice little stretch. You're going to grab your shins, up by your thighs, down by your toes, whatever works for you. Keeping that spine nice and long all the way down. And coming back up, we're going to go ahead and bend your right leg in. I'll turn this way, it might be easier to see. Right leg in, crossing the left one over, and hugging that left leg right into your heart. And if you feel comfortable, you're going to add a little twist here. So your left leg is over, so we're turning towards the left-hand side. That right hand goes over the left leg, and you push back. And release that arm back to center. Drop that top leg and switch it up. So left leg is on the ground, right leg is over. Hug it in nice and tight to your heart. And if you want that extra twist, go ahead and bring your left arm over your right side and twist towards the right. And come back to center and release. And we're getting into our butterfly. You're putting both of your feet together, so the palms of your feet. And here, once again, as far as your legs drop, that's as far as it's going to go. And same idea as before, you're leaning with your belly button, so it's pulling you forward. And as far as you feel comfortable to go. Placing those hands in front of you. Some people might get down a little bit further. And feel that stretch right along the inside of our legs. And don't forget that breath that we found in the beginning. I'm going to keep that going. And walk those hands back up. And slowly bring your legs together. We're going to flip over on all four. Hands in the ground. You want your wrists to be right below where your shoulders are, and your knees right below where your hips are. So ideally, if you can see, there's a little square on the inside of me here. And we're going to do some cat-cows, stretch that spine out a little bit more. So you're curling that spine all the way up towards the sky. And as you exhale, coming into your cat, bring that tailbone up. Curling that spine, pressing all the way up. Keep that breath moving with your body. And pressing up. And down. We'll go for a couple more rounds. Pressing it up towards the sky. And all the way down. And pressing all the way up. And meet me back at tabletop, so with a neutral spine. And from this position, you're going to bring your left leg in between those hands, placing the foot down. If you need to do a little shift, go for it. And you're going to come with both of your hands on the inside of your left leg. So that, if you can see, left knee's right there, and my hands are right on the inside here. You're going to lean that weight slightly forward so you feel that stretch opening up on your right leg. If you feel comfortable here, feel free to come down on your elbows. I'm not quite there yet today. I'm feeling really stiff. And then shifting that weight back. So you're dropping down, sitting on that back foot, and stretching out that front leg. So your left leg is forward now. Flex that foot, and come a little bit closer down. And walk those hands forward. Bring that left leg in. I'll switch sides for you guys. And from that tabletop, you are then bringing your right leg forward and placing both hands on the inside of the right leg and giving it a slight tilt. So here you feel that stretch right up that left leg. Remember to keep that breath going. Nice and deep breaths all the way through your body. Curling that toe behind you, shifting that weight back, and you're stretching out that right leg. Walking those hands forward as much as you feel comfortable. Those right toes are flexed up towards the sky. And walking your hands forward, coming back to tabletop. We won't do many, I promise, but we're going to do at least one down dog in this, even though we are winding down. So you're curling those toes under behind you, your hands are right below your elbows, fingers are spread wide like a massive high five, and you're leading with your hips up towards the sky. Maybe need to walk those feet out a little bit, might feel a little bit tight. Deep breaths in your down dog. And shifting that weight forward into plank. Drop your knees if you want to here and lower your body down. And here we're coming up in a nice little cobra. Feeling that stretch. Coming down, curling those toes, press back into down dog. And shifting that weight forward in your plank. Keep it nice and straight if you want to, or here once again drop your knees and slowly lower your body down. Come up into baby cobra. You want to press all the way up. Deep, deep breaths. Come down. Curl those toes, press back. And one last time, shift that weight forward. Slowly lower your body down, chaturanga, and press up. Baby cobra, or all the way up. Keep those elbows tucked in. And come down, come up, and press back into child's pose. And while you're here in child's pose, you're going to bring that right arm and you're going to bring it under the left arm in that little tunnel. Follow with your head and place that ear on the ground. And bring that arm back forward. And you're bringing your left arm into that tunnel under your right arm and twisting your head so it's laying down. And bring that arm back, come on up, shift that weight all the way over, and you're laying down on your backs. Losing my headband. All right. So down on the ground, nice and comfortable, ready for bed now. And bring those knees in, give them a big, big hug. All the way into your chest. If you want to rock from side to side a little bit, massage that spine. And you're going to go ahead and keep your right leg in, drop your left leg to the ground. Keeping that right knee in and bringing it out to the right hand side, almost like it's leading up into your right armpit. And press your knee back in and release it down. Bring your left knee in, tight to the chest. Your right leg is stretched out below. And same thing here. You're tilting that left leg so it's almost coming up into your left armpit, opening up that hip. And pressing it back and releasing. And go ahead and bring both of your legs in. You're going to drop them to the left-hand side. Arms come out. And gaze over to the right. And bring those legs into center and dropping to the right hand side. I need to shift. Dropping them to the right hand side, your gaze comes over to the left. Feeling that nice twist in your spine, releasing some tension and relaxing. And bringing your legs back to center, dropping them to the ground. And we're going to do one last stretch and then our final relaxation. So I want you guys to stretch your arms, stretch your toes. Oh, I just burned myself. Stretch your arms, stretch your toes. Like it's a massive morning wake up stretch. Pulling out all those muscles, one arm at a time, another arm, toes, everything. Big, big stretch. And we're going to get into a comfortable position for our final relaxation. If you want to do a little happy baby here for your hips, your back, go for it. So happy baby, you're grabbing the inside of your feet, wrapping around. And same idea as before with our stretches are coming right up in our armpits. And we're in our happy baby. And here you can rock around a little bit if you feel like it. Bring feet further out, closer together. Try it around a little bit. And when you're ready, join everyone in our comfortable final relaxation in our Shavasana. If you want to put a little blanket on top of you, maybe some fuzzy socks on, whatever feels comfortable. And just feel that weight of your body into the ground. Your palms are facing up towards the sky. And when we feel comfortable, closing our eyes. And the only thing we should be focusing on is the rising and falling of our chest and our breath. If there's any noises around you, any distractions, try to move away from them and just focus on this moment. And we're going to go ahead and squeeze our hands and arms, shoulders, tense, 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 as hard as you can. Make fists and release. Feel your arms being heavier into the ground. Moving down our body, we're squeezing our core, squeezing our glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Nice and heavy on the ground. And final part, tensing our toes, our feet, our legs, calves, everything. Squeeze. And releasing. Feeling even heavier in the ground. Find that breath. Release your stressors. Release any worries of the day, any thoughts that are going around in your mind, and just focus on the present. And we're going to go ahead and wake that body back up. Not too much though, because it's bedtime. Start to move your toes, move your fingers. Maybe roll your head from side to side. And start moving our body. And rolling over to one side, whatever feels comfortable. And pressing your way up to seated position. And we'll finish right where we started. Placing one hand on our chest and our heart, and one on our stomach. Finding that breath once again, closing our eyes, all the way in. And releasing all the way out. Thanking our body for all it can do, and what it brings to us every day. All the way in and releasing and wishing our body a lovely, lovely night's sleep. One more time, all the way in and exhaling. Thank you guys for joining me today or this evening on my mat. I hope you enjoyed it. Any tips, recommendations, requests, whatever you want, and have a wonderful night's sleep. I'm sure you'll see me soon again. And lots of love from Body and Soul.